get the job done. Things didn't go our way, but tonight we played a good, solid mental game. Originally from the start, Pivka made the first couple shots, didn't make any more, but our defense carried us throughout the game, and then Tina took over in the third quarter. It was a great performance she put on that third quarter. Really cemented the game for us. But I think overall our bench took a little bit of beating last game, and they came ready to play. But Sherry came out, and Estes played well. Wiggins is all over the place like she normally is, and Kia played a much better game than she did in the first one. So all those factors have been a good win for us. Well, that's what happened on Friday. The guards got in the paint. Today they extended the 3-ball line and took Brazilian, made it Brazilian on them too. 12 for 21. That's a heck of a percentage. I think we tightened that up in the second half, though. I thought we went out there and we paid more attention to the 3-ball shooters, and we took care of business. That was the main thing to do. No, Tina just took it upon herself. It wasn't anything. We don't consciously do things because we have Piff and her. Whoever gets hot, we try to ride. And Tina's got hot, and we said, "Okay." I went, "Okay, some more," and keep going, Tina. When she's like that, she's so engaged. She's really unstoppable because she has an inside-outside presence. And when her outside game is falling, and her focus is, and you can just see it. She gets in that zone like a lot of guards do. They get in that shooting zone. When she's in that zone, she's dead eye.
And you guys were shooting around 50% pretty much for the whole game. What do you think contributed to that?
Well, I think we got good looks last game too. We just didn't make a lot of open looks. I mean, we had some quality looks down the stretch, didn't go in. Today, Sugar came engaged. She made some big shots for us to keep us in the first half doing well. That's who we are. We, as the season went along, if you go back to the early third of the season, we were a horrific shooting team. We were in the 30s, 38, 39. So if you look at you throw away the first 10, 12 games, and look afterwards, our shooting percentage is pretty solid. We're up there, maybe near the top of the league if you throw away the first 10, 12 games. We're shooting 46, something like that. That's a tribute to Piff being here and getting good looks for everybody. Yeah.
Coach, what made the difference tonight versus a couple of nights ago?
When you weren't used to walk in the room?
Yes, I'm in the room.
I talked about that a minute ago.
What made the difference tonight, Coach?
I think it's just that, we made some more shots, some bigger shots than we needed to. And I think that our defense was stronger tonight. They didn't get any penetrations in the basket to get to the foul line early in the game. And we kept them perimeter. Yeah, they made a bunch of 3-balls, but, 38, whatever percentage they shot, we'll take that all day long.
Coach, what's it going to take for game 3 victory for your team? I know you said you guys were the best road team, but now you're going back home.
Well, we could have won the first game, we just didn't get it done. We knew we came the energy and intensity like today, we'd win the game. We knew that coming in, and we did. Now we know this is going to be the hardest game we played all year long. There's no question about it. We're going to play in the Garden. Last time the fans were unbelievable. I mean, it was a lot of fun to be there. The players enjoyed it. They really felt bad. They missed an opportunity to connect with the fans in a winning environment. So we had to come today and get this win and go back there. And that's what we're looking forward to. Yep, one more question back there? Yeah.
Coach, you said a couple of weeks ago that if you win your home game, you win the championship.
We're back at that right now. Yes, we know a good lesson learned in the last home game. We play hard. Yes. Did we play focused? Yes. We did not do the little things that win playoff games. Lesson learned. They knew it. They watched the film. They saw their defensive mistakes. They saw their not boxing out mistakes. They saw their unforced turnovers and their missed free throws. They knew that they had that game and gave it away. That didn't happen today. Is that it? Thank you all.
Nerves a little bit, which is interesting about this team. We've actually played better on the road than we have at home in kind of bigger game nerve situations. We went to Minnesota and played that way better. And we have so many young players. I don't know if they've learned how to handle this yet. I thought we would learn from a couple years ago, and then I had to remind myself, we won the first game in Atlanta my first year here, and then came home and lost in a game very similar to this. And except that half the players that are here are younger than the ones that were there then, and we didn't respond. I mean, points in the paint, we didn't finish anything in the paint. We got off to a bad start with the two and one plays on Epiphany Prince. We fouled her on a three, and we fouled her on a jump shot. And then tonight we let Tina get going for the third quarter. I mean, we called a couple timeouts, we tried doubling, but she stepped farther out every time and made shots that she didn't make, you know, the same way. I mean, she took 27 shots to get her points the other day. Today she was more efficient, close to 50%. And we did an offensive rebound. I mean, we only had one offensive rebound in the second half, and I think it came with like 2 minutes to go, and the game was over. Those are physical parts of the game. You win playoff games with rebounding, turnovers, and free throw difference, and we lost 2 of those tonight badly. The rebounding, the turnover, we had 14 turnovers that turned into 16 points for them, and we didn't turn them over at all.
What did you do differently defensively? It looks like your players were struggling shooting the ball, and
Yeah, I don't know that they played that much differently. They rotated a little bit more. I thought that they got up in us a little bit more and made post passes tougher. I thought that they helped in the lane a little bit more and dared us to shoot jump shots, and tried to take away our post-ups in the lane early. And when teams do that and you don't make your outside shots to make them honest, it's very difficult. I mean, we shoot 38% and was kind of consistent throughout the game, other than that stretch in the second quarter when Taylor Hill made some threes and Ivory made a couple, but we weren't very consistent.
What will the mental X factor be headed to New York for game 3?
I'm not playing sports psychologist today, and if I had a statement, I'll share that with the team. I think the biggest thing is that, you know, we beat them on their court, they beat us on our court. It's 1-1, and you know, go in and play the game. It's a 1-game series to advance, and you know, let it all out there. On, you know, don't hold anything back. I thought sometimes we hesitated a little bit to do. When we hesitated, either we missed shots or we struggled with passing decisions, and they end up being soft passes. So I think the big thing is be positive about it. I mean, you know, the series didn't end today. It's 1-1. You know, usually in tennis they say they held serve, but we both broke serve. So you know, it's a 1-game series. Yep. Yeah, one more.
How do you feel about the crowd support today? It seems like obviously with they had a big lead, it took the crowd out of it a little bit, but you said the players get nervous at home. Can the crowd help that?
Yeah, I think it helps once you get going in the game. I think it's more before. I think all that stuff that I'm talking about is before the game ever starts.
Yeah.
I think that you know, the excitement of maybe closing out a series, you try to explain to players without psyching them out, is that, you know, closing out a series is really hard at any level in any sport. It's just difficult, and you know, and we were playing a team that's experienced and desperate, and you know, Tina Charles, who's been an MVP, kind of put him on her back for a stretch, and you know, she wasn't, you know, you could see in her determination that she was going to do everything she could to keep them from losing today.